This is breaking news from 8 News Now.
Metro Police are investigating a deadly shooting near Spencer and Flamingo. They tell us that a man was found shot to death early this morning. Police are currently looking for the suspect. We do have a crew headed to the scene, so stick with 8 News Now and keep up to date on LasVegasNow.com for the latest information. Thanks for waking up with us on 8 News Now Weekend Edition. I'm Nia Wong. We have more breaking news, this time out of Asia this morning. Thai Navy SEALs say 4 members of the trapped soccer team have been rescued. Ben Tracy is in Thailand, where the mission is currently underway.
Officials say the young boys, who range in age from 11 to 16, and their 25-year-old coach understand the rescue plan and are ready and willing to face whatever it takes to get out of the cave. Divers will help them navigate the dangerous journey through more than 2 miles of dark, narrow, and flooded passageways. The young boys may have to use diving equipment and swim underwater. But enough water has been pumped out of the cave in recent days that they can now walk much of the way. With heavy rains threatening to flood the cave again and oxygen levels dropping, Thai officials say they were running out of time, and this plan, while risky, is their best option.
Rain may be giving us a much-needed break from scorching hot weather this week. Sally Jaramillo explains in her Weather Now forecast. Sally?
Nia, very hot, humid conditions still remain for areas west of Las Vegas. You could take a look with that excessive heat warning that was issued yesterday at 3:35 p.m. all the way till today, 9 p.m. And of course, you can see this little green area here giving us those showers for the mountains still possible today. That thunderstorm still remains in effect. But pollen forecast, though, take a look. We do see a better conditions for your pollen, the pine, the weeds, the grass, and the mold, all in the low category. So hopefully it stays that way. Now we do see our air quality also looking better than what we have been seeing, and that smoke remains good. Ozone moderate, and the carbon also good. You can see these conditions for the next couple of days. As we look into your Sunday, we're seeing these possibilities of thunderstorms still sticking around. By 1:02, we'll see those south winds 5 miles per hour. 3 p.m., 107 degrees with winds at 6 miles per hour. And then that 7 p.m. hour will bring 105 degrees out there. So it still will be pretty warm. And you could still see those widespread clouds, chances for thunderstorm, and of course, high across the higher terrains. Now, we'll also be talking about monsoon moisture coming up ahead.
Today, memorial services will be held for 2 of the 5 employees killed in a shooting in a Maryland newspaper's office. Services are planned for editorial page editor Gerald Fishman, as well as for sales assistant Rebecca Smith. Nearly 1,000 people honored Wendy Winters at a memorial service yesterday. Winters was a reporter with the Capital Gazette. Gazette staff say Wendy charged the shooter and may have saved even more lives. Of the 11 employees in the office during the attack, 6 have survived. 1 person is dead after a crash in the Northeast Valley. It happened yesterday near Stewart and Pecos. That's where Metro Police say the driver of a Mercury drifted into oncoming traffic and hit a Pontiac. The driver of the Pontiac later died at a hospital. Meanwhile, the driver of the Mercury stayed on scene but was arrested for DUI, resulting in death. 1 person is arrested after a shooting scare in Town Square. It happened on Friday night. That's when a fight broke out between 2 teenagers. Metro Police says one of the teens pulled out a gun. No shots were fired and nobody was hurt. Metro arrested the teen who had the gun. Right now, investigators are looking into the possibility of recommending charges. It's been decades since Evel Knievel's jaw-dropping stunt at Caesars Palace took place, but today, Travis Pastrana will try to recreate the legendary Daredevil's motorcycle jump over the Caesars Palace fountains. Pastrana will also try a jump over 52 flattened cars and another over 16 Greyhound buses behind Planet Hollywood. The event this time around is happening between 4 and 7 p.m. behind Bally's, the Paris, Planet Hollywood, and a Caesars Palace. Coming up on 8 News Now, a Strip headliner makes a big oops on opening night of a residency. Just how Mimi's fans were able to spot the slip-up, that video in just a few minutes. Also, Triple G sits down with Chris Matthews before his big fight, how the boxer is preparing for the upcoming match.
Enough said. Call Ed.
You're watching the Valley's news leader with Nia Wong, Sally Jaramillo, and John Treach. This is 8 News Now, Weekend Edition.
One of the most anticipated fights of the year is only 2 months away. Canelo Alvarez will finally get his rematch with Triple G. Chris Matthews caught up with the undefeated star.
The NBA Summer League has dribbled into Las Vegas, but the slam dunk comes in 2 months when Triple G takes on Canelo Alvarez.
Gennady steps back in and lands a hard right uppercut and a right cross.
That was the draw in the desert. Now both are back to settle the score.
Our initial position was to have it 50-50, even split, but then we decided we yield a little bit, and so the fight will happen. So now we're very happy.
Triple G holds the belts, but not the card. The champ had to give up some concessions to make this rematch happen.
He made concessions to make sure the fight happened. He and a lot of people understand that he is legitimately the best pound-for-pound fighter, one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world. He is the champion.
Arguably, the pound-for-pound king is focused on Canelo, but you never know. Could he someday walk into a spectacle and challenge the UFC's King Conor?
Boxers of that level are always interesting, so eventually, yes, we would like to do that.
I'm not saying that he wouldn't. I'm not saying that he couldn't. Conor has had some time now after the Mayweather fight to do some things in relation to how he performed that night. I'm sure that he's in the gym training and getting better. But if it's a fight down the road, why not?
I don't think it will happen. I don't think it should happen, and I think it would be a really bad night for Conor if it happened.
Probably right, but what will happen is boxing's best, not besties, meeting in Vegas in September.
The first fight they had respect for each other, and it was an athletic competition. But what happened after the positive drug test, I can tell you Gennady does not like Canelo, and Canelo does not like Gennady.
So 2 guys who really don't like each other, and really, isn't that the way we'd want it? At the MGM, Chris Matthews, 8 Sports Now.
Time is now 8:10. Help for our heroes. The Valley business is stepping up to make veterans feel a little more at home with a little help.
Thunderstorm chances continue. Coming up, I'll tell you where the highest chances will be. That's all in your most accurate Weather Now forecast.
edbernstein.com.
Now, live, this is 8 News Now, Weekend Edition.
Firefighters say lightning sparked a brush fire at the base of Mount Charleston. Clark County Fire tells us the Bureau of Land Management is working to contain the blaze in Trout Canyon. Volunteer crews are also trying to stop it from spreading, but BLM officials have not said how much land has burned. We're dealing with triple-digit temperatures, but rain could be headed our way. Sally Jaramillo has more in her Weather Now forecast. Sally?
Good Sunday morning to you. We're taking a look at today's high of 108. Yesterday we were at 109. We're a bit of a cooler there with 1 degree there, but a normal of 104 above those normal temperatures and a record of 113 back in 2017. And for tonight's lows, expect 86 degrees out there. Now we're still seeing this area of high pressure that's giving us these warm and dry conditions. We're also seeing the possibility of some thunderstorms, and then the highest chances for storms will be across the higher terrain of the Mojave, Clark, and San Bernardino counties. Moisture continues to slowly seep north and west, but yes, those mountains are still seeing the highest chance there. As we look into your futurecast, we do see those dry conditions staying around, but take a look. We also see an abundance of cloud cover, and here the green spots, that's all the rain that's really going to be kicking in. Hopefully we'll be seeing some of that for your conditions, but Tuesday seems to be a better chance with that 30% chance that will be kicking in. And then as we look into your winds, though, they do start to get a little gustier. They'll start pretty calm, but take a look. Sunday at 7 a.m. we'll start very light, 4 miles per hour for Las Vegas, 11 for Boulder City. Now let's continue with our day. As we go into that 6 p.m. hour, we'll start to see them increase to 17 miles per hour for Boulder City there. Searchlight at 13. Primm at 7, pretty calm there, but Kingman also will start to see them increase. Take a look. Let's take a look into your Tuesday, really kicking in Monday afternoon, really, when it starts to get really gusty for some of your areas, but it will only be for a few hours. Take a look. Pahrump, 22 miles per hour. Baker, 32 miles per hour there, and Kingman at 20 miles per hour. Now your recreational forecast also looking a little different there. Sunday will start with 108, Monday 105, and Tuesday 101. We'll start to get cooler, but yes, those thunderstorm chances still remain in the forecast all week long, 20% chance that is. Lake Mead, a high of 106, lows of 87, 20% chance of thunderstorms with south winds 10 miles per hour. Laughlin expect 112 degrees. For Mount Charleston tomorrow, 85 degrees, lows of 64. We'll still have that 50% thunderstorm chance all the way till that Wednesday. And yes, for tonight, 88 degrees out there, mostly cloudy conditions, south wind 9 to 14 miles per hour, gusting 20 miles per hour there. Take a look into your 7-day forecast, which we do have those chances of thunderstorms all week long. Really, we'll start to get a little cooler, but those chances also start to decrease quite a bit. Lows will be in the upper 80s. Have a good one.
Will do, Sally. Well, coming up on the Valley's news leader, an NHP trooper springs into action to help deliver a baby. Now the newborn's family is thanking him in a very special way.
833-730-7070.
Now, live, this is 8 News Now, Weekend Edition.
Here at 8 News Now, we're celebrating National Hot Dog Month, and here with us is Tiffany and Joanna from Dirt Dog. And guys, thanks for coming onto our show this morning.
No problem. Thank you for inviting us.
Alrighty, so you guys have these amazing creations over here. I don't even know how to describe it. So how do you guys describe what you make to other people?
So our concept is LA street food. You know, we come from Los Angeles, and the way we do our dogs over there are bacon wrapped, and of course we made our own, you know, twist on all our dogs. So this one would be like a house dog, has bell peppers and grilled onions on top. Mm-hmm. We also have chili cheese dog, and we have different variations as well.
And so I understand you have 2 locations. You got the Strip. You guys have the Southwest location. Been around for about 2 years or so. At the Southwest location, you guys have a little extra goods there, right?
Yeah, so at the Southwest location, we also carry like our tacos. We have the horchata ice cream, and we also have like our vegan and vegetarian option. Mm-hmm. So I think probably most of our guests, they like the chorizo fries and the vegan tacos for those that don't eat meat. Mm-hmm. So we try to be like friendly to all that come in.
Yeah, a lot of flavors for, you know, people looking for pretty much anything. Yeah. So when it comes to like some charity work, you guys have kind of helped out, right?
Yeah, so we've done most of our work in LA. So probably about a month ago, we worked with the Midnight Mission to feed some of the homeless, homeless people that live on Skid Row in LA. And so we try to, you know, be as involved in the community as we can. And you know, currently, like in Vegas, we're currently reaching out to a few different shelters to see if we can do something and partner up with them as well in the upcoming months.
And I have to ask, like, how do you guys come up with these creations?
So the concept actually came from my business partner, Tim. So he grew up in LA in the fashion or garment district, and so he ate like the bacon wrapped hot dogs like every day. Like that's, you know, as a kid, like there's really like not much options in LA to eat, right? Mm-hmm. And so he kind of waited around for someone to represent LA. You know, you got a Chicago dog, you have like the Portugal that came into LA and everything like that. And no one really represented the LA dog, so he decided that, you know, he would be the person to represent the LA dog. So we did the bacon wrapped hot dogs. And we kind of put a twist on it.
And what's the reaction been so far in Vegas?
Oh, man. It's been great. Everyone reacted to us, you know, actually almost immediately. You know, it was a new hot thing. Definitely different.
I feel like your product pretty much speaks for itself right there. Screaming loud. All right, guys, thank you so much for coming on. We'll be right back after this break.
lost friends.
Now, live, this is 8 News Now, Weekend Edition.
A local program hopes to make the lives of those who served our country a little more comfortable. Yesterday, Walker Furniture gave away furniture to 10 wounded active military or veterans for their Help for Heroes program. They partnered with American Legion Paradise Post 149 for the annual giveaway. Veterans or their friends wrote a letter expressing their needs, and that's how Adam Ortega Jr. became one of the winners.
I'm glad that it has happened because I really don't have any furniture.
You meet these people, they all have something in common. None of them really want to take, they want to keep giving. And yet some of them are in such dire need.
Deliveries are scheduled to be underway. The NHP trooper who helped deliver a baby in a hospital parking lot is now the newborn's godfather. Trooper Joseph Delabella was on duty and leaving Sunrise Hospital after a crash investigation when mom and dad pulled into the parking lot. Once Bianca was born, Trooper Delabella unwrapped the umbilical cord from her neck to help her breathe.
She wasn't breathing and she was just sitting there, and she's super slippery and I'm trying not to drop her, so I'm just trying to shake her a little bit, and then I just put my index finger in her mouth and opened it, and then I kind of heard a little gurgle sound, and she started screaming.
Both Bianca and her mom are recovering in the hospital, and we're told they're doing just fine. Mariah Carey is back at the Coliseum with a new residency show called The Butterfly Returns, but it wouldn't be opening night without a slight performance hiccup. Well, she almost took a tumble, but that's when people noticed the microphone was away from her mouth. Her vocals kept going during her fantasy performance. Instagram user Faded Mariah posted this video on Thursday night. Well, that's all that time we have for 8 News Now. We hope you have a wonderful morning.